We're on our way to Elatchbutting Rock, and this little parking area here is for Yanneymooning, and it's just off the side of the road. It isn't signposted. I don't know who is responsible for the signs around here, but put a bloody signpost up, for God's sake. You go sailing past it before you even know you're on it. There are some nice little wildflowers around the place. We've seen quite a few as we've been driving up the road. We've got bad weather coming in today. It doesn't look like it at the moment, but it's due in about midday. So we don't have a lot of time to spare. We want to get up to Elatchbutting before that gets in. This is another spot you can come in and have a look at. There's no campsite here. It's only a small parking bay, big enough to turn around in, as long as there's nobody else in the way. But yeah, if you've got time and you don't have bad weather coming in, and I'm just looking behind me there, and yes, here come the clouds. You can just see them starting to build up on the horizon there. So we want to get to campsite before the bad weather sets in. Unfortunately, we just don't have enough time on this trip. I'd love to spend a couple of nights at each of the rocks around here, but we're really tied for time. We have to be back next Saturday, but this would be an interesting place to come and explore. From the looks of it, there's a few wildflowers around it. I don't know how many. Just a little hint of some wildflowers, but we have seen some nice big fields of them on the way up. White, yellow, pink. So I'm crossing my fingers that there's going to be some decent ones at Elatchbutting when we get there.
Yeah, they're showing you there. They're pointing the arrow.
Camping everywhere now.
Camping area, picnic area. One way. But it's ugly, no flower. The rock is nice, but
the flowers were ending last time we came out here, and they were better than it is now. It's weird. Now, yeah, I'm just looking for that. It's along here somewhere. Well, we've arrived at Elatchbutting Rock, only to find the place is a wildflower desert. It's, yeah, terrible would be the word. Just looking around me, there is nothing here. We got here last time a little late, and it looked like it would have been a brilliant season. This year, obviously the rains have been missing this area, because look at that. You just cannot see a wildflower in sight. Down at Yanneymooning Rock, the one we just stopped at before here, there were a lot of wildflowers out, or at least, you know, reasonable amount. This is a desert. Good grief. This is such a disappointment to come all the way out here only to find that there's nothing at all. There's only a few other campers here at the moment, so people obviously knew things that I didn't. There's a storm coming in. The wind is already up, the clouds are coming over. So last time I was here, I sent the drone up, got absolutely beautiful pictures of the rock, and then I accidentally deleted it all. And I was hoping to recover from that mistake this time and get some decent pictures, but the wind at the moment is just too strong to send the drone up, and it's going to be raining a lot by the forecast, so I doubt I'm going to get anything from the drone, which is really sad. I don't want to send it up in this wind. Some nice little seats and tables under shady areas here, so it's a nice place to come and camp. We of course are limited. We're going to have to go down to Narananas tomorrow now because there's nothing here. There's just no point in staying. But we're going to do our roast chook tonight. and that means putting the generator on for an hour, and hopefully the rotisserie is still in working order. Yeah, oh dear. To see it like this at this time of year is just mind-blowing. We really thought this would be fantastic, but the rains obviously haven't made it here. They've been skipping this particular spot, and the wildflowers haven't germinated. And you can see why they've fenced off those areas closer to the rock. See that walloping great big slab there that's been cut away underneath? You can guarantee that the water has worked its way around the back, and sooner or later that's going to come crashing down. Could be next week, could be 100 years from now, but yeah, I always thought it wasn't a great idea to allow people to camp right in close, because it's going to be sheer devastation when it does come off. And there's quite a few bits of rock like that around the place. Well, while the weather holds, I'm going to have a ride on the scooter. Still got a bit of blue sky, so I might as well check out the areas around the rock. There's a few white flowers over this side. This is a bit away from the campsite, but can't exactly say it's spectacular. Never mind. Let's press on and see what we can find. Well, I hope you can hear me over the wind. I've got my coat covering the microphone a bit. Might not be able to send the drone up at the moment because of this wind. I got on the scooter and took the 4x4 track up to the rock, and you've got a nice area on top here. I don't know if anybody's allowed to camp here or not. It doesn't say one way or the other, but it wouldn't be a bad spot, I guess. Good view out over the farmland. Unfortunately, there's a lot of sunshine in this shot, so I don't know how well it's going to turn out. And you can see all the way back down there to Yanneymooning. That's where the wildflowers are at the moment. And yeah, I'm just going to press on around the corner here, see what's up further. But I've never been up on top of the rock before. Okay, so there's a lot more of the rock up there if you were walking. Looks like there is a walk trail just down here, and a bit of a lump up there. But I'm just going by scooter at the moment. I just want to go around and have a look. Actually, a few tiny little white wildflowers in that little gully there, and just a bit of bush around here, but again no signs of much in the way of wildflowers, so I'll push on around the rock and see what else I can see. Well, there was another little trail that led around the corner, so a little rocky area up here. Nice spots some up here on the rock, very pleasant little areas. A lot of breeze at the moment though. You'd be very exposed to the wind. Well, a little bit further away from the campground, and at least a little bit of wildflowers. Not much, unfortunately, but we've seen these all along the roadsides coming in and further out, but at least it's something. And there's a yellow one behind me, which I think is an acacia, but I'll go back and have a look. Well, unfortunately, I'm losing the light a little bit. Going to try and make it right round the rock. Not quite sure how far it is, but give the scooter a bit of a workout. It's a nice road, so and there is a little sightseeing place on the other side. Let's see if we can get to that. Well, I'm right round the other side now, and just going in to see if we can find this little feature of a cracked rock with a tunnel. I did manage, of course, to do that to my knee. Got caught out by a bit of soft sand, which sucks, but I'll sort that out when I get back to the coaster. Okay, we're going in to look for Monty's Pass, which is sort of a walk through rock feature. Which is, was that it? Can't be it, surely. They've got a big sort of rock wall there. I don't know. Hey, yeah. Well, it looks like I'm not going to see it because I have thongs on, and yeah, I don't really want to go up in there, but it is somewhere up through here. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get there with these shoes on. Not going to try. Got this sheared off section here. And the scooter is left on its own at the moment, and it should be fairly safe out here. I get a little bit concerned about leaving it. I guess they call it rock wave because wave rock is taken. It's certainly bigger than wave rock when it comes to the height. This would appear to be the end of the trail, I think. Okay, so I do get the rock wave bit here. That is much higher than wave rock. Fairly impressive. Runs around that way. Not as long as wave rock, but certainly higher. Okay, so back to the scooter and do my best not to let another bit of sand get the better of me. All I did was drop my knee in the sand, but unfortunately, when you get old, your skin gets paper thin, and a knock that would have done nothing when you were younger tends to make you bleed a lot when you're old. Sadly, little seat there that should have been replaced some time ago, I would say. Okay, back we go. This is our roast chook dinner on the way. We have it in our rotisserie, and the generator is on, although you can't hear it because outside we have the bad weather. The rain and the wind has arrived with a vengeance. About 15 minutes ago I put the solar panels away and we got the generator going, and then on cue in came the rain. Looking rather unpleasant out there. The wind is quite strong actually. Doesn't look quite so bad on this side if you ignore the trees being pushed around by the wind, but yeah, we look out on the rock side, it's not very nice at all. So the menu for tonight is some beans, some fried potato slices, of course the roast chicken, which takes about an hour usually, and to add to that we have, he says reaching over here, some beetroot. I rather like beetroot, and this is a very convenient way to carry them. So we just have to wait for about another 40 minutes and roast chicken should be served. Meanwhile, I've got to keep my eye on the spud, so I'll stop mucking around with the camera now. And here's the result. Nice roast chicken. Well, it might be raining outside, miserable weather, no wildflowers at Elatchbutting, but to compensate for that, that's our dinner for tonight. Not too bad, eh?